Ever wondered how heavy the burden of grudges and resentments feels? Picture this, you're carrying a backpack. It's weighty, filled to the brim with stones. Each stone, a physical representation of a grudge, resentment, or anger you hold against someone. Could be a hurtful word from a friend, a betrayal from a loved one, or a disappointment from a trusted ally. Each one, a stone, added to the increasing load on your back. Just like this backpack filled with stones, these grudges and resentments weigh heavily on your mind. They're not just mere thoughts, they're burdens. Burdens that pull you down, burdens that cloud your judgment, burdens that consume your peace. They're like anchors, keeping you stuck in one place, preventing you from moving forward. Every step you take, every move you make, this backpack of resentment is there, a constant reminder of the pain and hurt you've experienced. It's like a shadow, following you wherever you go, a dark cloud that blocks out the light of happiness, joy, and peace. Imagine trying to climb a mountain with this weight. Each step becomes harder, each breath more labored. The higher you climb, the heavier the backpack feels. The resentment, the anger, the hurt, it all adds up, making the journey more strenuous, more exhausting. The truth is, we often carry this weight around without realizing it. We get so used to the heaviness, the discomfort, that we forget what it's like to walk freely, to move without restraint. We forget that we have the power to remove the stones, to lighten the load, to free ourselves from the weight of resentment. The weight of unforgiveness can hold you hostage in your own mind, replaying hurtful events and preventing you from finding peace. It's time to let go, to unburden yourself, to give yourself the gift of forgiveness. After all, it's not just about forgiving others, it's about healing yourself. It's about relieving the weight of the past so you can move forward with lightness into the future. Have you ever heard the story of a woman who found serenity through forgiveness? There was once a woman named Clara. Clara was someone who carried the weight of the world on her shoulders. She had been wronged many times in her life, and each time she added a stone of resentment to the metaphorical backpack she carried. Over time, this backpack became so heavy that it was all she could feel. It consumed her thoughts and prevented her from experiencing the joy and peace she yearned for. Clara was well aware that her backpack was holding her back, and she knew she needed to let go of the weight, but she didn't know how until she stumbled upon the concept of forgiveness. She had always thought forgiveness was about letting the person who wronged her off the hook, but she learned that forgiveness was not for them, but for her. It was a gift she could give herself. And so, Clara decided to embark on a journey to forgiveness. It was not an easy road. Each stone she removed from her backpack represented a person who had hurt her, a situation that had caused her pain, a memory that still stung. But with each stone she let go, she felt lighter, freer. She discovered that forgiveness was like a soothing balm for her wounds. As she walked further down the path of forgiveness, Clara began to feel a shift. Her mind, once filled with anger and resentment, became quieter. She was no longer constantly replaying hurtful events in her mind. She was sleeping better, her thoughts were clearer, and she was finally able to enjoy the present moment without being haunted by the past. By forgiving, Clara was able to break free from the never-ending cycle of negative thoughts. She found that she could still remember what had happened, but it no longer had the power to hurt her. She was no longer defined by her past, but by who she chose to be in the present. This journey to forgiveness transformed Clara's life. She was no longer burdened by the weight of her past. She was able to find inner peace, experience personal growth, and enjoy emotional freedom. Clara discovered that by forgiving, she was not condoning what had been done to her, but she was freeing herself from the chains of resentment that had held her captive for so long. Forgiveness allowed Clara to reclaim her life. She could finally let go of the pain and suffering that had been holding her back. She became a testament to the healing power of letting go. Forgiveness was the gift she gave herself, and it was the gift that allowed her to live a life of peace and serenity. Her journey to forgiveness was a powerful testament to the healing power of letting go. Do you know what makes forgiveness so powerful? It's like a key that unlocks a door that leads to a room filled with emotional freedom, personal growth, and inner peace. It's a pathway that leads you out of the darkness of resentment and into the light of acceptance and understanding. Picture yourself in a room with walls built of grudges and resentments. These walls are thick and strong, built over time with each hurtful memory and negative emotion. They keep you confined, isolated, and stuck. But forgiveness, it's like a sledgehammer, capable of breaking down these walls. When you forgive, you start to dismantle this room brick by brick, creating a passage for positive, healing energy to flow in. Forgiveness is not about forgetting or condoning the wrongs done to you. It's about acknowledging the pain, understanding it, and then making a conscious decision to let it go. It's about choosing to free yourself from the chains of bitterness and resentment that keep you tied to the past. Imagine a life where you are not constantly tormented by the replay of hurtful events. A life where you are not a prisoner of your past, but the architect of your present and future. That's the power of forgiveness. When you forgive, you break the cycle of negative thoughts. You clear the path for personal growth and self-improvement. Forgiveness is like a soothing balm for your soul, healing wounds of the past and paving the way for a brighter, happier future. It's a catalyst for inner peace, a state of calm and tranquility that comes from releasing the burdens of the past. So why should you forgive? Because forgiveness is the key to emotional freedom. It's the ticket to personal growth, and it's the pathway to inner peace. With forgiveness, you grant yourself a gift of peace and freedom from the past. It's a gift that only you can give to yourself. It's a gift that can transform your life. So why not give yourself this gift today? Why not choose forgiveness? What if you could give yourself the gift of forgiveness? Imagine it like a beautifully wrapped package, a present to your own heart and soul. This isn't a gift you can purchase in a store or order online, but it's one of the most valuable gifts you could ever receive, and it's within your power to give it to yourself. Forgiveness is a choice, a decision made with conscious intent. It's not about dismissing the pain or hurt caused by others, or pretending it never occurred. Rather, it's about acknowledging the pain, understanding the impact it's had on your life, and then choosing to let it go. It's about saying, I no longer want to carry this burden, I choose to set it down. Choosing forgiveness is like a key that unlocks the door to emotional freedom. It's a pathway that leads to personal growth and inner peace. It's a journey, and like any journey, it begins with a single step. That step is the decision to forgive. The choice to forgive is not always an easy one. It requires strength, courage, and resilience. But remember, every time you choose forgiveness, you're choosing to unburden yourself from the weight of resentment and anger. You're choosing to free yourself from the shackles of the past. You're choosing to move forward, to grow, and to heal. The power of forgiveness is transformative. It has the capacity to change your life in profound and meaningful ways. It can help you to let go of past hurts, to heal emotional wounds, and to find peace within yourself. It's a gift of love to your own heart, a gift that only you can give. So consider this. What if you could give yourself this gift? What if you could choose forgiveness, choose freedom, and choose peace? What if you could unburden yourself from the weight of past hurts and resentments, and embrace a future filled with growth, healing, and inner peace? By embracing forgiveness, you can transform your life and find the peace you've been seeking. So give yourself the gift of forgiveness. You deserve it. Imagine how it feels to be free from the burdens of the past. It's like taking a deep, cleansing breath after being underwater for far too long. That's the power of forgiveness. It liberates you from the shackles of resentment and anger, allowing you to finally breathe easy. When you forgive, you're not only setting others free, but you're also setting yourself free. You're granting yourself the permission to leave behind the sorrows of yesterday and step into a brighter, more peaceful tomorrow. You're no longer a prisoner of your past, but a pioneer of your future. This freedom paves the way for personal growth and inner peace. It's the key to unlocking a life of serenity and happiness. Forgiving others is a profound act of self-love and self-healing. It's a gift you give to yourself, a gift of freedom. Free your mind, embrace forgiveness, and watch your life transform.